Awesome, dude. Did you sink it? Oh, yeah. Did you sink it?
Welcome to Hook Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host. Today is December 9th, and we are heading down to Ohio to do a late season crossbow hunt. The weather is beautiful today. It's supposed to be really nice today. I think it's going to get actually too warm. It's going to probably get up to like 60 some degrees. But tomorrow we're supposed to get a really big storm. It's supposed to be snow, but I think it's too warm to be snow. I think it's going to be rain all day tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get in a stand early afternoon today and hunt the evening, and hopefully the deer and the bucks are moving this evening before the storm comes. So I hope you enjoy the video. This video is sponsored by JJ Drones, the droning veteran, and Chillin' in Indiana Carl. All right, guys, well, we made it to Ohio. We are going up to bait our stands. It is windy here today, but the rain stopped, and we are going to hunt this evening. So it should be good because it rained this morning, and we're expecting rain in the morning. So we're going to get up there, bait our stands, check our cameras, and then we're going to hit. We'll see you in the stand. That means dinner time. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, so I'm in my blind. It's almost 3 o'clock. I did pull my camera, and I dumped out some vittles for the deer. Now I have Shorty, my target buck, one of them, on camera from November 12th, November 17th, and November 20th, I believe, in this area, along with about 6 or 7 other bucks, but they're all smaller. I know there's some big 8 points in the area also. So we're gonna sit tight till dark. Now the times that I got them on there was close to the dark. So I'm hoping they come in tonight. We'll see. It's a little warm out. It's about 50 degrees right now. The wind is out of the south at about 7 miles an hour. In the skies, it's cloudy. So what I'm hoping is they're gonna move tonight before the big storm tomorrow. We're supposed to get a bunch of rain. And that's one thing you can do, is make sure you're checking your weather all the time. Even if you're not hunting, look at the weather and see when there's going to be some kind of a break in the weather, or some kind of front moving in, moving out. And this here, it rained this morning on the way down here, which was a good thing because it stopped. So I'm hoping that the deer will put on the feed bag this evening and feed before the storm comes tomorrow, because it's supposed to be some really crappy weather, and I think it might be a washout. I may come up, it depends on how hard it's raining in the morning, but if not, this will be the only time I hunt. So stay with us, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, it's about 4:30. I haven't seen anything yet, so we're gonna keep our eyes open. We've got about another hour. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, so I went up, didn't see any deer. Bob had 4 doe in his food plot at like 3:30, so early, so we thought it was going to be good. But we have a south wind, and it's really, really warm out right now. For December 9th, it's like 58 degrees. Too warm for deer movement. So we're going to play it by ear tomorrow. We're going to get up, and it's supposed to rain. But depending on how bad it rains, I'm going to go up and sit in my blind because I won't be getting wet. I'll be out of the weather. But it just depends. If it's downpouring, I won't go. But if it's just raining a little bit, I'm going to get out in the blind and see what happens. So, all right, well, stay tuned for tomorrow's hunt. All right, good morning. The rain stopped. It's about 40 degrees, so it's really good. I thought it was going to be pouring today. At least that's what the weather said. It is a little windy, but where I'm at, there's like a hill there, but the wind is going to probably be blown out of the south. Maybe a southeast wind. I don't know yet. I got to check. So, but I'll give you the weather report once I get in the blind. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, guys. Well, it's about 8:04. I had 5 doe come in. 3 doe. 3 doe came through. They sniffed my corn pile and they left. They didn't feed. And then two more came. And they fed there for about 10 minutes and then he just walked off to the right. The only thing about this spot is when the deer come out, it's so thick around me. I'm in like this little opening and there's a thicket to my left and a thicket to my right. When they come on, it's very hard to get them on video. So I'm gonna have to be dealing with that because I would have loved to have videoed them, but they're at 25 yards ground level and they just appear and they come on and they're pretty much on me. So that's gonna be the tricky part about filming in this area. But the weather is 43 degrees here. It's December 10th. The wind's out of the northwest at about 7 miles an hour. It's cloudy, and right now it's drizzling a little bit, so we're gonna stick around. I'd like to probably sit till noon, but it also depends on the deer activity, so. But it's only about 8 or 10 after 8, and those doe just walked off to my right, so there's some movement going, and I think they're going to be moving because of the, we had a pretty bad rainstorm last night, so. All right, well, stick with me. Okay, it is 10 o'clock, and it's starting to rain, freezing rain. I'm probably going to stick around till about 10:30. Unless I see more movement, but nothing's moving right now. Those doe came through about 8 o'clock. So we're gonna give it about another half hour. If I don't see any movement, I'm gonna get out of here and pack up and then we're gonna head back to Pittsburgh. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, so it's 11 o'clock. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to sit. The major time for deer movement today is from 10 to 12. So I'm going to probably sit through the major time frame. And if I don't see nothing, then I'm going to go ahead and pack my stuff up and then head up to Bob's place and then pack up and head home. So we'll see what happens in about the next hour or so. But the temperature is dropping today, so that's why I want to stick it out a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Well, I talked to Bob, and since the weather's so nice today, we're going to hunt all day. So, well, we're going to hunt this evening, I should say, anyway. So I'm going back to the camp, or back to Bob's house. I always say camp. We're going to go back, we're going to eat lunch and everything, and I'm going to get back up here by 2 or 2:30, and we're going to hunt the evening because it's not raining, and since we had that storm yesterday, I think they're going to be moving today. So, and usually, you know, this time of year, the evenings are better than the mornings. I seen 5 doe this morning, so I'm hoping they moved off. Hopefully they come back to my bait pile, and they pull a buck in with them, so. We'll see what happens, but we'll see you on the evening's hunt. All right, guys, it's about 2 o'clock. I'm heading back up to the stand. I just dropped Bob off at the other side of the lease. We're gonna go up here and see what happens this evening. Stay tuned. just seen a small buck about 80 yards away. It came from the thicket down below and just kept walking straight across. I seen it had a rack, but it was small. It might have been either a 5-point or a 7-point. It's about 4:15 right now. So we got about another hour. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Let me open this door up a little bit to get some light in here. So I had a pretty good night. I did see a 7-point, a button buck, and like 6 doe. But what was funny was the 7-point, the wind was blowing in my face from the food. And the 7-point was down about 100 yards. It went across to my left. It must have circled all the way behind me and come down and went around me. And it ended up coming in on my right side, and it was feeding there. The thing that stinks is I didn't get any footage with it is because I'm in a blind, and it's really dark in the blind. And my phone and my camera, when you turn it on, when it's a low light situation, it automatically, the light comes on. So I think there's an adjustment on the camera. I think there's one on my phone also. But the camera, I think there's an adjustment where I can manually turn it on and off. So I got to look at that. But I apologize, but nothing big, just a bunch of does, a button buck, and a 7-point. So, but that's it for our hunt here in Ohio. It's like I said, it's the weekend hunt. I won't be back down here till probably after January. I'm going to Florida the day after Christmas, so we're gonna be doing some fishing also down there. So keep an eye out for that. But like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We want to preserve that sport and pass it on to future generations. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And I wanted to thank all my subscribers that follow me and all the comments that you make. I really appreciate that, and we will see you.